Okay, so you can't feel your back when you're doing pull-ups, and you can't feel your lats basically when you're doing this movement. First of all, I just want to say, is this really a problem? For example, when I do a set of pull-ups which is under 5 reps, let me just tell you something which is really interesting. I don't feel my back. You don't need to feel your back to grow your back. A lot of people think that you've got to go for this mind-muscle connection and you always got to feel your muscles working. The famous bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger did sort of say this fact that you got to go inside the muscle, you got to really feel it to grow it. That is not true. If you do a pull-up, your back is going to be working. There is no other muscles. There's no other way that your legs are going to take over. I know that you skip leg day anyway, so your legs aren't strong enough to lift up your body to a bar anyway, because you skip leg day. So when you do a pull-up, your back muscles are going to be working and your bicep muscles are going to be working a little bit as well. There is no other way that your chest will just take over. If you do a pull-up, you will grow your back. First of all though, if you're doing really, really bad form, then pull-ups will not grow your back. And that is the reason why you're not feeling your lats in your back. It's because your form is terrible. But if you've got good form, you have to be very low IQ to not like do decent pull-up form, which allows you to activate the right muscles. Because if you pull yourself up to a bar, you likely are activating your back muscles and your bicep muscles. It's very difficult to activate anything else. So the question is, your form is alright, right? You're doing, as long as you're doing full range of motion, that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people do these shallow reps where they're only doing the bottom, or they're only doing the top, or they're only doing the middle, or they're just jumping up to the bar before they don't start from a dead hang, they just jump up to the bar or something. Don't do any of that. You want to do full range of motion all the way down, all the way to the top, which you are doing. I know that you are doing that. So the question is, why don't I feel pull-ups in my back? And the answer to that simply is, just don't worry about it. Just make sure that you go all the way down, all the way up, and your back will grow. For example, for me, I can do a set of 5 reps of my pull-up, and during the set, let me tell you something interesting. I will not feel my back working on the pull-up. And you're probably thinking, how? Like, how is this possible that he doesn't feel his back when he's doing pull-ups? Yes, if I do a set of 20 reps, yes, am I gonna feel the burn in my back? Yes, I am gonna start feeling the burn. But if I do a heavy weighted pull-up set of 5 reps, will I feel my back? No. But the point is that if you're using good range of motion, then pull-ups will grow your back. I saw in a Jeff Nippard video that got posted quite recently that he rated pull-ups S tier for growing your back, and I'm not really surprised. And he actually trains in the 6 to 8 rep range, which is what I tell people to do as well. So heavy weighted pull-ups, they will grow your back. Do you need to feel your back? No, you do not. But as long as you're not like kipping the range of motion or something, and as long as you're not being an idiot, you're actually using your back and using all the muscles in your back like you should, because you want to grow your back. You don't want to just cheat. Obviously, you can use a little bit of leg. You can use a little bit of leg squeezing the plates together, or whatever you need to do to get that chin over the bar. But the moral of the story is, if you're using your back, then it will grow. You don't need to. What you don't need to do as well, a lot of people think that they need to go really slow range of motion and then just stretch at the end, stretch and squeeze. Come on. You gotta be stronger than that. You don't gotta be doing really slow range of motion to try and feel your lats. Don't do any of that. Just forget about all of that. All you need to do, 3 sets or 5, or it doesn't matter the rep scheme. You can do 2 sets of 10 or whatever. Just 2 sets to failure, 1 set to failure, 3 sets of 4, which I've done in the past. But the most important thing is, no matter what rep scheme you choose, you stick to it. For example, I've chosen 3x5, and I know it's not the best program, and everybody's going to say, oh, you need this specific reps in reserve, and you need this specific rep range and stuff. You need to pyramid down in your drop sets, and I don't believe in that. I just believe in it being simple, and that's just what worked for me. I increased my pull-up by like double what it was a couple months ago, so it obviously works for me, and I'm just going to keep doing it. So stop doing this slow range of motion,